A couple people had asked how I put my letters on. This is just my way. This is to me a very frustrating process. Um, but it looks really cute. People really like them. I don't do them to sell very often. Only when it's like a special request, but I don't do mass producing. Typically, it's for my kids' teachers or a family member or something like that. So I try to cut it so that it's not too big. This is about 5 inches tall on a 9-inch pumpkin. They say it's 9 inches, but I mean I never really measured it. So, anyways, I do about 5 inches tall. Um, I don't use transfer tape. This one's from Michaels, by the way. That's 9 inch. They're on sale right now. Um, so I don't use transfer tape because of all the ridges. I feel like it actually hinders me. So I have it's kind of hard, especially with a letter like this where it's down the middle. Um, I kind of just peel one side up and start with that, and then I move to the other side. Does that make sense? So I'll show you. And I also have a blow dryer handy because I have to heat as I go because it definitely needs to be kind of like sucked into these little ridges. So I kind of just find the middle point. I also don't get too hung up on it because this is a homemade craft, and again, I don't sell them typically. So I just sort of work my way across the pumpkin. So all these bumps, that is from this ridge right here. And I'm going to heat that and see if I can't smooth it out. I also don't get real hung up on if there's, like a few really small creases that I can't get out. I do try to smooth it as best that I can, but I don't know. I guess I haven't mastered the perfection part of it yet. So if you can see, there's like a couple of little wrinkles right here, which I'm just gonna leave those. The glitter helps a little bit, but again, I'm not so worked up about that. That one I got out. This one I don't know. Doesn't seem like it wants to go. So now I'm gonna move on to the other side. So I'm just gonna peel this back and take this part off. I don't want to stretch it, so let me get this edge over here. And I'll just work my way from the middle out again. Again, the reason I don't use transfer tape is, for me, it was more of a hindrance. I didn't find that it helped at all. It more hindered, and I just didn't like it. I used transfer tape for pretty much everything else. Again, at this point, I'd heat it. Once I get this kind of started on that ridge. Sorry, I don't know if you can see. Hopefully. So that side went pretty good. I'm gonna push it into the middle. When I heat it, it sort of stretches a little bit, and that gives me a little extra play. So that one is not coming out, but the rest is pretty good. So, like I said, over here is pretty good. This one does have a wrinkle. Sometimes you can hide them with the word you're going to put on top, but sometimes you can't. So I'm going to be using this bow for it. It's a little different gold, but I'm okay with that. It's just for her teacher. And then I was thinking of doing black, but then again, I also have blue. I like the blue better, so I think I'm gonna go with blue. I think it just goes with the bright of the bow. So for the letters itself, I do use transfer tape. For me, it's not as frustrating. I'm gonna get a bigger piece. I have a couple different transfer tapes, but this one is good for big. I just use it's just contact paper. May as well finish the process. I'm out of frame. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can't hide that a little bit, that little wrinkle. Able to cover it a little bit on this side. So I'm going to heat this because this is less sticky. I don't know what brand it is. I like the color, but I feel like sometimes it struggles to stick. Oh, and I did put alcohol over the whole thing before I started. So that helps to pick up any of the oils or the yucky dirt or whatever that can be left on there from the store. And then for me, I'm just gonna, this is just how I do it. I know, I can add other things, but I just do a bunch of glue. And I stick it like that. And then I'll go back, once that's sort of set, I'll go back to this side. And I'll kind of peel that back and get up here. And then I'll play with my bow again once I get all done. Same thing on this side. So then I'll let that completely dry before I totally refluff everything and get it all perfect. But anyway, that is how I do my bows and my pumpkins. Hope it helped.